Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Friday, February 19th. First off, the biggest news that I've seen in the last 24 hours is Binance Coin. I got the chart pulled up over here. We can see it's taken third place just behind Ethereum and it's beaten out Polkadot, Cardano, and XRP, which is currently sitting in seventh place. Fun fact about XRP, during the last bull run, it dropped back down to sixth place when it was holding a number 3 position before it mooned. So hopefully we have that in store for us for the XRP holders. So we got Binance pulled up here. It's now trading at $302.48, which is awesome. We talked about this the last couple weeks where you guys want to buy where you see it going basically completely flat. And that's exactly what happened here. While we did not have any positions ourselves in Binance Coin, this was the perfect time to buy right in here. As you can see, it's been flat for, who knows how long. Let's see. It's been flat for the last, basically since it debuted. It's basically just been in a huge accumulation range, as we can see, all the way back from 2018. And if we go and pull it up here, even from the start of this year, let's go from January 1st till now, you're looking at roughly a 1,200% gain on your money in Binance Coin, which is why we stress how important it is to find those suppressed assets, because had you seen this accumulation range take place over here, like we've seen in a bunch of other coins, had you seen this right here and analyzed it and put some money into it, you would have been 1,200% on your money. We did talk about Dash and Zcash the last couple of videos, and you can see here we told you guys to take a look at it right around it, double tapping this trend line here, right around $110. It's now sitting at $315. So you're looking at 3x your money on Dash, and it still has plenty of room to grow. Let's also take a look at Zcash here. Talked about Zcash as well. Get these stupid ads out of here. Damn it. Here we go. Another double tap of the trend line, $90. Now sitting at 175. So doubled your money, still has plenty of gas left in the tank to go ahead and hit that 6,000 mark. So yeah, guys, find those suppressed assets. They are out there. Next up, I got a tweet from, actually I should say it's an interview from Bloomberg, from CZ Binance. He was talking about Tesla. I'm surprised that Elon's so gung-ho on Dogecoin, says Changpeng Zhao, CEO of Binance, world's largest crypto exchange by volume, which launched futures for Doggy, which I still cannot comprehend why Doggy has any value at all. It is literally worth dog shit, but yet they actually launched futures on it because there's a huge demand for it, particularly because of this guy right here, Elon Musk. This D-bag billionaire over here who's been pumping Dogecoin and now making his statements on Tesla, basically saying that having some Bitcoin, which is simply a less dumb form of liquidity than cash, is adventurous enough for an S&P 500 company, Musk said today. He was responding to comments by Binance CEO, who told Bloomberg TV that he is surprised that Elon's so gung-ho. I thought this was funny because he basically said it was less BS. It says Tesla's action is not directly reflective of my opinion. On multiple occasions, Musk stressed that his tweets about Dogecoin are meant to be jokes, which clearly they are not. I mean, he's just been manipulating the price for the last couple months, and people have jumped on the bandwagon. And somebody's going to be left holding the bag soon. So you guys really need to find out what you're invested in. Don't just buy something because you got Elon Musk talking about it. Dogecoin literally has no value at all. It only has value because people say it does, like most currencies. There is no real use case for it whatsoever. So please be careful. Do not get burned by Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg, and we got an article coming up here with Genes Simmons. Who cares what this guy thinks? But Bitcoin's market cap breaks $1 trillion after tripling in 3 months. The market cap has broken above $1 trillion for the first time, signaling growth of more than 900% in less than 1 year. Huge for Bitcoin. It has rallied into new all-time highs above 53,700, pushing its market cap above $1 trillion for the first time. The late 2020 rally appeared to be sparked by an unprecedented wave of demand from institutions and billionaires. You guys know our take. They've just been pumping and pumping and pumping Bitcoin into the mainstream media, getting everybody to follow suit. And, had you started getting into Bitcoin when Elon Musk was talking about it and some of these other guys, you were missing out on way bigger gains. I mean, just look at Binance Coin. absolutely insane, trading at $30. It's basically gone up 10x. So if you guys find those suppressed assets, you will get way bigger gains than listening to D-bags like Elon Musk and Genes Simmons. It says by the end of January 2021, MicroStrategy had invested 1.095 billion to accumulate over 71,000 BTC, or 0.38% of the circulating supply of Bitcoin. In early February, the firm hosted a free webinar providing strategies for incorporating Bitcoin into corporate treasury reserves, and MicroStrategy is currently in the process of raising a further 900 million to buy more Bitcoin. And I have this highlighted right here. It says, the rising panic caused chaos in the cryptocurrency and legacy financial markets as the price of Bitcoin crashed more than 50% on March 11th to less than $4,000 by March 13th, triggering wholesale liquidations across leveraged exchanges. On March 13th, the Bitcoin market cap was sitting below $100 billion for the first time since May 2019. And we talked about these events last time with XRP and the SEC, talking about Max Payne right here. You know, the world basically going to hell in a handbasket, and you had all of the whales buying up that fear. So, you know, sitting at about $3,800, you know, you're almost at $60,000 now. You're looking at 15x your money on Bitcoin. And so it's my opinion that most of these billionaires are probably exiting right now, and they will start pumping up the altcoins here shortly. We've seen massive rises in Telcoin in particular. That's up about 3,300%. So since we made that call back in November in our Encrypted Capital newsletter, you guys can check that out on Substack. Maybe I'll link it below. So we had crazy rises in Telcoin. Obviously, Zcash and Dash are catching up to the market and doing very well now. And there still are a bunch of other suppressed assets out there that have really good projects behind them. And you guys should definitely look into some of these CEOs and who's backing these coins. We've done some of our research, and we find people from the United Nations that are backing certain coins, along with a host of other people that have, you know, look at David Schwartz working with the NSA, the CTO of Ripple. You know, these guys have some pretty crazy ties. If you guys look into these and do your research, you can find the great projects that have some pretty big names behind them with some pretty big connections behind them. So keep an eye out for those. We'll go on to the next article here. This is where I'm talking about D-bag Genes Simmons. Legendary rock star Gene Simmons buys Cardano worth $300,000, conveniently at an all-time high. We saw this stuff happen with Ethereum. When Ethereum hit its all-time high, it was one of the worst performing assets once reaching that all-time high. And so now it would be my opinion that the guys who got in really early, you know, they're looking at about 7-8x their money right now. They're going to start unloading those coins and looking into other suppressed assets, which is why I feel that you got these D-bags like Gene Simmons and Snoop Dogg coming out here telling you guys what to buy. It says Gene Simmons, the legendary Kiss bassist, has made another dip into cryptocurrencies. The famous musician has expressed his belief in Cardano, presuming 2021 would be the most productive year for the altcoin. It says, believing in the future of Cardano, rockstar Gene Klein, aka Gene Simmons, has appeared in online social media with yet another pro-cryptocurrency commentary. He was pumping Dogecoin last time, and now he's into Cardano. You got to think who these guys are tied with. And look at this. This is like the worst wig I've ever seen on anybody, dude. Just let it go already at this point, you know? He says in this tweet, the musician expressed his trust in the altcoin, hopping on Hoskinson's vision that 2021 would be the most productive year in Cardano's history yet. He addressed his followers in another announcement stating that he bought 300 grand worth of Cardano. He also ensured that the public should not take him as financial analyst, but still he explained that he believes in his investment and its further price increase. You know, just make your investments in private. Why do these guys got to come out? I mean, clearly there's a reason behind it. I do not trust Gene Simmons coming out when literally Cardano is at an all-time high. You know, finding those suppressed assets, you guys will be in way better shape than listening to this D-bag and Snoop Dogg. That's for damn sure. Mark Cuban, another guy, billionaire D-bag. Mark Cuban suggests blockchain to address trading problems when he was ripping on Bitcoin several times, saying that he'd rather have bananas. He is now saying that the problem, brokers trade at the speed of light but settle trades over 2 days. And this is reference to Robinhood, saying that it wasn't completely their fault for the pause on the GameStop buying that they basically manipulated traders into. They were only able to sell on January 28th, which is exactly the top of the market, when everybody had to basically sell their positions. And in our opinion, the hedge funds shorted the top of that market. But now all of a sudden, Mark Cuban's coming out talking about blockchain and talking about transparency is worth its weight in gold. While blockchain is the best long-term solution in the interim, the solution one is to require stocks to be held for at least 1 minute. So he goes into this stuff about Robinhood, but this guy's been accumulating Ethereum and Aave and all this other stuff that he's basically came out saying in the last couple of years, when during that same time period he was ripping on blockchain and Bitcoin. So do not trust Mark Cuban. He's a billionaire D-bag out to take your money. Do not listen to him. Next up, we got Ripple executives say company working with central banks to develop digital assets. So Ripple's coming out saying they're working with central banks to develop digital assets, yet the SEC's got them under fire, and they're probably going to end up losing this case. And during all of this, they're opening up more quarters, they're hiring more people. It says Vice President of Ripple X, James Wallace, says Ripple is currently working with central banks to develop digital currencies. In a new interview on the Voice of FinTech podcast, Wallace outlines Ripple's role in the mining of central bank digital currencies, emphasizing that the company is not trying to uproot existing financial structures, but is rather trying to improve upon systems that are already in place. So he quotes that we are building and implementing technology. We're not trying to disintermediate the existing financial system. We're trying to make it better. What we're really trying to do is bring our technology and our expertise to the enterprise world. So Ripple is still going full force. I have a feeling when they get out of this lawsuit, the price is going to absolutely skyrocket. You know, this is probably one of the most undervalued assets that there is in the crypto space. One of the best assets with the real world use case, which also happens to be the fastest and the cheapest. I mean, Bitcoin can't even hold a candle to XRP if you really think about it. So do your research, guys, but I think that XRP has a long, long way to go. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this coin trading at roughly anywhere between $10, $100 plus, maybe even in the thousands if we get a couple years down the road here. Next up, JP Morgan, crooks and fraudsters. What are they saying now? It says, crypto is poorest hedge for drawdowns in equities. JP Morgan analysts say, yet they were just calling for Bitcoin at $146,000 a month ago. It says analysts bashed Bitcoin despite JP Morgan co-president Daniel Pinto claiming that Bitcoin adoption is inevitable at some point. Goes on to say that the analysts at American investment bank JP Morgan Chase have delivered another skeptical statement on Bitcoin, arguing that its current price is much higher than its fair value. These guys are a huge joke. Like, you can't, one day they're cold, next day they're hot, one day they're cold. You know, call for $146,000 Bitcoin one day, say they'll fire their traders for trading Bitcoin the next day, then come out and say whatever the hell it is they want to manipulate the retail traders. So, like I said, get out of Bitcoin, or never mind. Don't get out of Bitcoin. Do your own research, though. Find those other projects. I mean, if you guys want to stay in Bitcoin, that's fine, but I do not think the gains are going to be anywhere near what you're going to get from an XRP, an XLM, a Zcash, a Dash, even a Bitcoin Cash. You know, use those coins to make extra coins and then transfer those into real world assets. Maybe look into silver, real estate, but you know, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but find those good projects. They are out there. Next up, we got Portuguese power company to accept Bitcoin for electricity bills. Some Portuguese residents will reportedly be able to pay for electricity in Bitcoin starting from February. We did see this similar news article come out in Miami, where they want to start paying employees in Bitcoin as well. So this stuff is coming to fruition, guys. You know, cryptocurrencies are here. They have been here for a while, but now they're really, really starting to get pushed into the mainstream. But, you know, I always like to have the contrarian mindset when everybody's talking about Bitcoin. I'm going to be looking the other way and trying to find those suppressed assets. So do yourself a favor. Find those good projects. Find those coins that are still flat, you know, that haven't really moved much but are in huge accumulation range. Those are where you will make the most money. And if you take advantage of those pumps and then transfer your money into other suppressed assets, that is really the best way to multiply your money and have your money make little baby monies. And that's where you can really, really prosper in this space. So with that being said, that will do it for this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap. If you guys like what you heard, please drop us a like, comment below, subscribe. You guys know the drill. And we will catch you all in the next video.